Hey everybody, today is EV pickup day. That's right, I did pull the plug and I did buy the Mitsubishi I-MIEV, my first fully electric automobile, and I cannot wait to get behind the wheel and put some miles behind it and experience what EV ownership is all about. I'm here at Don Wheaton Chevrolet in Edmonton and here to pick it up. My salesman Waleed has dressed it up, got it prepped up, charged up, ready to go. Can't wait to go in there and meet him and get the keys from him and then take her on her first maiden journey home. So guys, let's go check out Don Wheaton. It's pretty sweet inside. It's got some good eye candy for the road. Well guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got a really good episode for you. Picking up my first EV, and why not pick up the first or the second EV available in the Canadian market, which is a 2012 Mitsubishi I-MIEV, and this here is one of the most entry-level EVs you could buy. So let's go take a look at it. I'm really excited to unveil it to the channel and to have my first experience with a low-range EV. Let's go take a look at it. So here we go, this is it. Now this car here actually started life as a gasoline engine, and I do apologize if the wind is getting in the way. I didn't bring my external mic with me, bad on me for that, but anyway, here it is in all its glory. Now I was looking for a small commuter car and I was shopping around and I came across this I-MIEV at Don Wheaton Chevrolet in Edmonton, and speaking with Waleed, he's helped me hooked up. So again, we're going to go and introduce Waleed, my salesman, and if you're looking for a vehicle, they've got a ton of variety here. Everything from mild to hyper wild is what this dealership's all about. So their showroom is basically a permanent auto show with the best eye candy that you can imagine. But anyway, this is my eye candy. This is my 2012 Mitsubishi I-MIEV. It's a fully electric car. It's only a 16 kilowatt hour battery pack, so it's a short range electric car with, about 100 kilometer worth of range on ideal conditions. Of course, we're going to look at the factors that affect EV driving and also charging and living with an EV in real time. So guys, I'm really excited. This is a really unique design. Again, it was looking at the market, the Chinese or the Japanese market. And here's the key. It's a traditional key, and we can unlock it and then show you what it's all about inside. So again, this was marketed as a K car, which is a very small subcompact Japanese derivative vehicle. for that market. And I'll go in details as future videos go in and talk about the I-MIEV, its platform, how it came to be from a gas to a full electric car, and then hitting the mark. Let's see, it does have all the power options and everything else. So she's got some really good room. Again, it's a 4-seater, and it comes in with all the options in the regular vehicle as you would live with. So other than the propulsion system, this vehicle here rides, drives, and everything like a normal vehicle. So I'm here at the dealership picking it up today. As you can tell, it's plated. I've got my first EV, which is the I-MIEV, which will be great because EV ownership after this car has only been greatly improved. And so we're going to talk about some of the lines that are available here today in Alberta and at the GM dealer, and of course there are other offerings for other automakers. But anyway, just going to give you a little quick roll of the EV, and haven't gave it a next name yet. I think I'm going to name them Flash, but we'll discuss that when it comes in. So she's fully charged, ready to go, detailed very nicely, and I can't wait to get this on the road and get it home. So anyway, guys, let's go wrap this video up and get behind the wheel and bring her to its new home. Well, guys, ready to go. So I'm gonna leave my salesman's information on the link in there. His name is Waleed. He's been really good, supportive, excellent guy to chat with, and I'm pretty sure for your next set of wheels he'd fix you up just fine. So I'll leave all that link in there. Hit him up if you're in Edmonton or the surrounding area, and again, he'll get you rolling down the road with no problems at all. Well, anyway, guys, here is the dashboard of the I-MIEV. Now, starting an electric vehicle, just like a car, except you're not going to hear any noise. So you put the ignition in, and that's it. You click it like a normal vehicle, and it's going to say ready. I do have a low tire pressure monitor. I know that was one thing that they did say, so you can ignore that. It does go away. So I got a full charge there up in the left-hand corner. The center dash shows you the regenerative braking and the charging when you're on brakes or you are stopped, and it's actually doing a regen charge. And then the other one is your eco and drive mode, your speedometer right in the center, that's digital, and then the miles on the vehicle. So this one has 65,841 miles, which is just over 100,000 kilometers. But yeah, as you can see that there's no noise. Again, these are the center console for the HVAC system and everything else. So I'm just going to shut that off. Again, it's really weird because it does not feel like the vehicle is running at all. So let me buckle up for safety. Put it in mode, and there you go. You just drive normal. So I'm going to hold this up here, and then we will go show you a little bit of a drive on a fully electric I-MIEV. All right, guys, here we go. I'm not going to put any music on because that will give me some thanks. So that there's going to give me some copyright violations. So we are going to have to go in and go from there. Whoop. Wow, it's quiet. You know, the only thing that you're going to hear is obviously the road noise and the tire noise and everything else, which this car is a light city vehicle, so you're not going to get the insulation of, you know, of a high-end premium luxury price point vehicle. Again, this is a city electric car, short range. So if I were to say, compare it to something in sci-fi movies, I would say it's like the Star Wars TIE Fighter rather than the Imperial Star Destroyer. Those TIE Fighters are just good for around the block, and that is it. So you're going to stay close. Again, just really short range commute, and it has a lot more beneficial attributes of a short range driver than a small fuel efficient vehicle, due to the fact that there's nothing to warm up. It's a lot more efficient to drive, and charging and range is not an issue. So let's take a road trip down here. So we got about a half an hour to drive back home, depending on traffic. So again, that's going to be a factor affecting some of the range. And of course, I am now looking at going into playing around with the shifter and stuff like that. So this one here, you can do one pedal driving, which means that you just use the accelerator for acceleration, deacceleration, and braking. So we're gonna check that out. Now the benefit of the one pedal drive is that it regens part of the information to it charges back the charging to the vehicle. So that's one of the advantages of doing it this way. You can hypermile this thing into your driving habits. You know, what affects range is not when you're really stopped or sitting there in traffic, unless you have a lot of accessories on. Right now everything is off. I don't have anything on, and trying to get the best range out of this. This is part of living with an EV. A little bit of a whine from the electric motor. Not as much as I was hoping for. I was hoping this would be more of a Jetsons style of vehicle that would make it sound funky. But she's too quiet. Maybe I'll have to wind that motor up a little bit under acceleration. We'll see what it's like. So the vehicle does have approximately 63 horsepower, which is very minuscule. But again, it's got 143 foot-pounds of torque. So the torque is pretty decent for the sizes of the vehicle. Loading it up with full passengers and all that, you probably won't have any issues there. The other issues that you might experience, you know, again, it's not a highway vehicle. It is a city cruiser. So in this type of environment, it's doing brilliantly. Let's see what we got here. Got the green light. And that is good. So yeah, it's getting up to speed. So I'm doing about 50 kilometers an hour now. Almost 60. And again, the range is no big deal. I got full charge. Like I said, I'm not expecting to drive this thing across the country. It's got the original battery pack, which is holding up very fine. That is one thing that, you know, I was looking at as a concern of what do you have when it comes to, you know, the reliability of an older EV. And what we're finding is that is really not much. I'm noticing the braking, it's really charging the battery now. So one of the things when it's going downhill, it will give you, you know, the best braking. So I'm noticing my charging right now, I'm actually charging the battery as I'm going downhill. Well guys, I made it back. Everything is good. Did some running around, took my mom for a bit of a drive for up and down the street a little bit, went around the block a couple times and ran a couple errands. So with that, I have good reported news. I haven't used that much in the bar section there. It's still over 3/4 of a charge and 63 kilometers to go before it runs dry. So, of course, like I said, a short distance commuter is to be expected, but so far runs flawlessly and no issues at all. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this tour of my first trip in the I-MIEV. And I will have a lot more content coming to you shortly. Once again, I'd like to thank Don Wheaton Chevrolet in Edmonton for the awesome assistance, pleasurable experience in the purchasing process, seamless transaction, and all around great bunch of people. So like I said, I'll leave all my Salesman Waleed's information in this video, and you guys will be able to go there and see if they have a vehicle that's right for you. But anyway, guys, I'm calling it a day. Thanks for joining me on this EV adventure. And this is day one of a long relationship with my new Mitsubishi I-MIEV. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you soon. Take care and stay loose for now.